Why is it that the habits we want the most are often the habits we fail at the fastest? You promise yourself you'll wake up early, you'll eat healthier, you'll study more, scroll less, exercise regularly. And for a day or two, maybe even a week, you actually do it. But then something happens. You get tired, you get busy, your motivation disappears, and suddenly the habit slips away like it never existed. You're back where you started, wondering why something so simple feels so impossible. Is it lack of discipline? A weak mindset? A flawed personality? Actually, no. Your brain is not broken. You're not lazy. You're not failing because you're weak. You can't stick to habits because your brain wasn't built for modern habits in the first place. Today on EDUx Talks, we're unpacking the real science behind habit failure and how you can finally break the cycle. Let's begin with something surprising. Your brain is designed for survival, not self-improvement. For thousands of years, humans didn't try to build good habits. They tried to stay alive. That meant two things. 1, avoid unnecessary effort. 2, seek immediate benefits. To your ancient brain, effort meant danger, calories burned, energy lost, higher risk of injury. And delayed rewards, completely useless. Why run today for a reward you get in 3 months when hunger and predators exist right now? But modern habits, studying, eating clean, exercising, are the exact opposite. They require effort now for rewards later. Your brain sees that and quietly resists. This is why the habit of opening your phone feels easier than opening a book. Why staying in bed feels easier than a morning workout. Why one more episode feels easier than one more chapter. Your brain isn't sabotaging you on purpose. It's protecting you using rules that are thousands of years old. But there's another trap. Most people rely on motivation, even though motivation is the least reliable fuel in the world. Motivation is like a firework, bright, explosive, but gone in seconds. Maybe you watch a video, read a quote, or hear a speech that sparks a burst of excitement. You feel unstoppable. But motivation has one fatal weakness. It disappears as soon as life gets inconvenient. Bad sleep? Gone. Stress from school? Gone. A long day? Gone. A little discomfort? Completely gone. If your habit depends on motivation, it will collapse the moment your mood changes. Which brings us to the next truth. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Most people set habits like this. I'll work out every day. I'll stop scrolling. I'll study for 2 hours daily. But they don't change the environment. They don't adjust the routine. They don't create a support system. They're trying to climb a mountain with no gear. Meanwhile, the environment always wins. If your phone is in reach, you scroll. If junk food is visible, you eat it. If your bed is comfy and warm, you stay there. If studying feels overwhelming, you avoid it. It's not willpower, it's design. Your environment silently shapes your habits more than your motivation ever will. Another reason you can't stick to habits? You try to change too much, too fast. And your brain hates that. When you suddenly decide to wake up at 5 a.m., go to the gym, meditate, drink 3 liters of water, eat healthy meals, and study intensively, all starting tomorrow, your brain panics. It's too much change at once. What your brain likes is small, predictable, low-energy actions, tiny steps, small wins. But you skip all that. You try to sprint from day one. And when you inevitably fail, you blame yourself instead of blaming the impossible plan. Here's the truth. Your habits don't collapse because you're incapable. They collapse because you overload your brain. And there's another hidden force at play: identity. You can't build habits that don't match who you believe you are. If you think, I'm not an organized person, I'm not athletic, I'm not disciplined, I'm not smart enough, Your brain will fight anything that contradicts that identity. Why? Because the brain loves consistency. Your identity is the story of you, and the brain protects that story, even if it hurts you. This is why someone who believes they're not a reader struggles to read consistently. Someone who believes they're naturally lazy avoids productive habits. Someone who sees themselves as unhealthy struggles in the gym even if they show up. You can't outperform the person you believe you are. You don't need to change your habits first. You need to change your identity first. Not, I want to read more, but I'm becoming a reader. Not, I want to exercise, but I'm someone who trains. Not, I want to be organized, but I'm learning to stay organized. Identity builds habits, habits reinforce identity. This loop is how real change sticks. But perhaps the biggest reason you can't stick to good habits is this. You expect the process to feel good. You expect progress to feel fast. You expect change to feel exciting. But real habit building is often boring, quiet, unrewarding at first. The early stages feel like pushing a huge boulder uphill. You see no results. You feel no progress. Your effort looks invisible. And your brain hates invisible rewards. So it tries to pull you back to comfort, back to the habits that require no energy and give instant pleasure. This is why the first few weeks are the hardest. This is where most people quit. Not because they can't do it, but because they misunderstand what the beginning should feel like. Change starts invisible. Progress starts slow. Success starts boring. It's not a sign to stop. It's the proof you're on the right path. So why can't you stick to good habits? Because your brain is ancient. Your motivation is temporary. Your environment is stronger than your willpower. Your identity might be outdated. Your expectations are unrealistic. But none of this is permanent. None of this is unchangeable. You can design habits your brain likes. You can build systems that require less willpower. You can create an environment that makes good choices the easy choices. You can shift your identity slowly, gently, consistently. And most importantly, you can choose progress over perfection. Remember this. You don't need to transform your life overnight. You don't need to be perfect every day. You don't need to match anyone else's habits or routines. You just need to take one small step and repeat it. Not because you're motivated, not because you're excited, but because you're building a life your future self will thank you for. And that life begins with the smallest possible action you take today.